Faker just gonna test him.
What's up, chat?
Not necessarily expecting to score from those, but if you can just get a bad touch from the defender, then you are all in on the offense.
Like bonded.
Jnaps passed it reasonably well.
We were watching some Rlcs today.
Nice fake out on the first touch. Didn't allow Jnaps to take it off him. Jnaps responds in kind by getting rid of his car entirely. Now Nolly pre-jump backboard. LJ's got that scouted quite a while
It's currently
ago.
the second day of the World Championship.
Waiting for somebody to just blink. I mean, you're going to have it come down to somebody making a pre-jump, somebody taking that first risk. And whether it works out or not, you have to imagine.
And we just chilling today, chat.
One side or the other.
I'm not playing games. Like, literally. I'm gonna be playing. Right now it's SSG versus OG Esports, so it's round 2 of the Swiss round, which is the second day of Rlcs. Or yeah, from the World Championship. So. Oh, first goal. Oh.
And Com gets there.
Close though.
Both teams trying, neither team able to break across the line.
Just waiting for that first high-quality chance. I mean, again, you've seen the ball get close. No secrets from either of these sides. This is a game where every game could be a one-goal game. Every game could go to overtime. You could have lengthy overtime.
I'm excited. I'm kind of excited actually. I didn't even know World Championship was happening.
Of course, everything could just be 1-0. I'm sure you would like that, Shogi.
We will get there. I've already had my heart broken once this weekend.
LJ.
Here is Chicago.
Oh, reset. Pinch.
Oh!
Oh my god! Bro, that was a pinch, but I meant with the... What is... I didn't mean an own goal. Oh my god. That was a really fast read. Damn, bro. I'm gonna go for SSG, the OG team, without Arsenal. My favorite team was SSG when it was Arsenal, Rlcs, and Daniel. It was just amazing. I think that was maybe in 2022. Those times were great. Yeah, that's the first goal that's been scored in like 4 minutes. Yeah, this is not really the craziest games yet, but still is really... I always forget how much I love to watch Rlcs when I'm watching it, but it's fun. Like it really is.
Not much coming from this just yet, but small wins for Oxygen.
Can they keep this a lead?
Could very well put them in position. Oh, that's massive though from Chicago.
Almost had it there with the pre-flip as well. Down to 10 seconds though. OG's got to go. Need the ball going.
They're just trying to hit the ball away. Trying to get those 4 seconds.
Get it across Nolly. Onto him. No.
They keep it up though.
And Com's gonna have to read this.
Wait.
Jnaps will pressure.
And that's game.
It's not gonna work out in SSG.
Okay, first game for SSG.
Off a deflection that goes off Nolly. And you don't really fault him for it. But that's how game 1 goes to Space Station.
He knew he had to go. He knew that the pass was going to happen. The fact that Chicago just followed the ball the entire way was a massive shock to Nolly. So that is one that they are going to have to try and put behind them reasonably quickly.
Yeah, that's kind of unlucky about that goal.
Again, realizes it, but Chicago's done it so well just to keep himself on the right side of that. And it is a laser beam.
Yeah, I get that reaction.
Well, unlucky for OG in the opener.
And that was unlucky.
They do get outshot 11-1. It's hard to say unlucky. I mean, they did not have any pressure. Com had the one shot for OG.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it was Space Station Gaming. It was almost just OG trying to hang on forever. Yeah. And finally,
I mean, I would take 2 more of those. To be, personally speaking,
of course.
Yeah, well, of course you would. We'll see. We'll see when we get there.
I mean, if it's a best of 5, is it cheap? Wouldn't you rather have it happen in a best of 7 to have every game go 1-0?
I would take it in a best of 3 stacks. I don't care, okay? Give me the 1-0, give me a 1-0, and you know what? To top it off for good measure, give me a 1-0. But I'll only go biased for that if this one ends up being a 1-0 for Space Station. Before then,
oh,
I'm now biased.
wait.
I'm sorry, everybody at home.
What the hell just happened?
The worst timing for it possible.
What the hell?
Opening kickoff, 4 seconds in.
That's a dumb goal, I'm not gonna lie.
And Jnaps just got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. LJ goes right over top of him. And it is Space Station Gaming. So what does that amount to? 2 goals in 1 minute and 4 seconds, and both to take a lead.
Yeah, but only one more goal for the next
Oh,
14 minutes,
no.
53, I
I don't know
reckon.
about that. The way SSG might be heating up.
I'm expecting an OT in there as well, just to really make me sweat.
Does it really count if it goes to overtime?
Yeah, because if the next one goes to OT, I need OG not to win it.
All right, now OG would love to get one to the good.
His Arsenal's on
Just to
Dignitas,
get on the
right?
board. Had that one go in off of Nolly.
Pretty sure.
Love for him to get one into the proper net, just to get his confidence up a little bit. Never seems to be lacking for confidence, to be fair. Got that pass over towards JNAP, so he's getting chased down. So instead, he goes head hunting, and everybody just comes up empty. Finally, Kyle will just take a shot. It's just off the mark.
What?
That's an open net, and he'll clean up
Wait.
the mess himself.
Well,
They both just missed?
Later on. For now, Space Station
LJ and
how
Chicago
they got
both just missed.
bamboozled by the post.
Yo, Adam.
Hits it.
Hello, brother.
The magic trick puts
What the
it
fuck
away
is
from them.
this?
1-1. OG, with only their second shot
Oh.
of the series, have got it all tied back up.
Well, welcome to the
Why is that
series,
there?
OG Esports. Now it's game on. Hoxer trying to factor into this play. Got it back towards Chicago, but he's knocked up into the sky. Now LJ, flip reset to set up Hoxer, and it's blocked out.
Space Station are looking like they're getting more and more confident here. Realize that not only might they have to pre-jump in order to outpace OG on defense, but they actually feel
Oh
pretty
my
happy
god,
to.
the bump?
Hoxer
Reset the
too
bump?
close. Chicago will be unchallenged throughout all of this.
Ceiling
Hoxer
touch.
Loitering towards that backboard. He did this earlier on with 0 boost. Imagine what he can do with a little bit more than that. All the offense throughout this series has been Space Station. They now need to find the goals to go with it. You would imagine the player that we just saw on that ball, LJ, will be the one to provide the opportunities. Oh, that is such a harsh bounce. Out goes Hoxer. Calm there just in time.
What can Chicago do here?
Just
Might
wall
try
dashing
to
back.
take that himself, but not giving
Oh,
any
what is
quarter
he?
at all. OG very quickly onto him. You can see the pace just picking up a little bit now.
What
for
is
both these
pinch
squads.
happening?
Of course, you really like to see that just as a fan of the game.
Chicago.
Listen, 1-0's exciting. 2-1, okay, it's exciting.
Brother,
5-4 game in there some way.
I
Give me
can't
some
compete.
old-fashioned Sam Rocket League.
because I'm not good at the game.
Well, he's going to try and at least play it down to a teammate. OG are very hesitant to pull the trigger. They don't want to ever see
Why
that
don't you
second
compete,
player
bro? I'm
forward
not
unless
that
they
good
know
at the
they've got
game.
that big
I'm like,
win. Unfortunately for them, they just haven't had that yet.
I'm not that good at the game.
I feel like it is a little bit hopeful to expect that they will. Gonna have to take
I'm
some
not nearly
risks.
as good as these pros, bro.
Treks back yet again with Chicago for company. That pops out to LJ, whose touch.
Otherwise, I
Very
guess
difficult to follow
why
up
not?
on.
Yeah,
Also, now
but
that he's lost his car, Jane Apps with
So if
Colin
I'm-
far side. If I've spotted him, you
Oh.
already know the space station has spotted him. And that's just a little bit of my worry here. The ideas are there, but the ideas are lingering for our. That's a lot quicker.
How'd they
And
miss?
that time, Space
Chat, how'd they
Station
miss?
couldn't react. Just
You tell
about
me.
Unable to get to that ball in time.
Now watch out on the counterattack. Now Hoxer
Yeah?
have this waterfall down, but swept out by Calm. There is more confidence on the side of SSG, and for good reasons. That shot's gone wide, so yeah, great timing. Shot on here is going to get through, and Hoxer will break the tie. A team that is 2-1 against OG in the second half of the season now has a 2-1 lead on them.
Yeah, Com's the only one with boost, so he's got to get something on that play. Ended up just chasing the ball around. Out of position by the end, and Space Station 2-1 to the better. Well, this might be a nice position for them to go to. James has got boost, pops the ball up high.
Sorry, Chad, I'm back.
Commerce outpaced them. They've gone for it, and Hoxer just lands on the ball. Now trying to counter-attack. Flicks the ball long. Com goes up. Couldn't get the pinch against the backboard. That would have helped out a lot.
Did I just miss?
But
Did
have
they
players in
score?
the right positions. And
Did SSG
OG,
score and I didn't notice? Why am I
their
stupid?
positioning is so good. I feel like their positioning is for like a couple of paces faster than their play has actually been.
We're come up on the final minute. It's got to speed up now for OG. Somebody's got to take a chance. Somebody's got to have a little confidence in their teammates' ability to win a 50. Hoxer had support from LJ behind him.
Oh no.
SSG went all
It's an open that,
in
and he
for the
missed.
lead, and they're lucky that JNAP pushed that wide because nobody was going to get back for
That
that.
was really
played that
dangerous.
exchange at midfield like they were down a goal.
And OG will wonder how on earth they have not got this back to 2 each. You're not going to get many more opportunities like that. 30 seconds on the clock. JNAPS with Com to his left-hand side. Chicago spots it, gets there. Hoxer now back up. Nolly is going to try and wait for his opportunity. And Hoxer is not going to make it all that comfortable to pick up on. Com waiting midfield. 10 seconds on the clock. Ceiling. For the pinch. Couldn't get there. LJ takes control.
Final countdown.
Oh my God, no.
And that little flip over Nolly is going to make things real tough for OG.
Oh no, no.
No shot at all. And Space Station survives
And that was
another one-goal
close,
game.
dude.
Twice. If there was any boost,
Bro, I'm sorry, but
Chicago,
why do like
JNAPS,
every
they
Rocket
would
player,
have scored
like RCS player,
twice.
look clapped, bro?
It
There's
has
not a
been
single
the
handsome
case.
player.
This Space Station Gaming
Maybe Arsenal.
dominating the boost across the field.
He's not ugly,
and
the
it
guy.
made the
But like
difference.
this guy we just saw. But like, bro,
Unreal. I mean, you
was
have
that
to have a
Calm?
short-term
Yeah, Calm
memory
looks.
in this
Calm is
sport,
clapped, bro. He's ugly.
unless
I'm
you
sorry,
just get
baby.
bogged down by what
Calm
might
is
have
ugly.
been.
It just
But LJ
He is,
hits
man.
the open net, and OG does not. And you just wonder, my gosh, what might have been after Calm had the equalizer. And
Oh, yeah,
then
that
to
was
give
the goal
a
that I
third one,
missed.
Where Hoxer's able to thread the needle. And we're probably not going to see the opportunity that got away from JNAPS at the end. But to see SSG just diving at midfield like they were down 2 or 3 goals with a lead late.
I mean, both of these teams are really struggling to outplay one another. There's been I would definitely say Space Station been the faster of the teams. They've had the better of those exchanges, but there's not been a big move like, okay, utterly destroyed the defense and got the goal in. This has all been about moments. And when Space Station get their moments, they score them. When OG get their moments, it goes horribly wrong. And it has to change, and it has to change right now.
Well, far be
Oh.
it from me to criticize anybody for missing an empty net. Just put a pin in that. You'll understand what I mean by the end of the week. But man, that one's going to haunt OG if they can't come back here. Now they must win 3 in a row to fend off SSG.
SSG is just faster.
I mean, hey,
They're just
listen, going down to
smarter,
0-2,
and they're just
it's
like
not an
outplay them.
immediate death sentence when you look at what's gonna
They
be
simply
waiting
just
for you in
do.
the 3rd round. But you do have a day to kind of stew
And they
on it
know,
for a
bro.
bit,
Like they know it.
and then think about what would be coming.
And still
in
have a
what's
flick and
likely to be a
nice
4th
bounces
round.
mid and
That one, down
yeah.
in front. Hoxer's there. Space
It was really good
Station's
assist
up
from
one.
Hoxer.
But OG really
Chicago.
could do about
Like
it
that
being
flicker, yeah.
0-3.
That was,
I'm not necessarily the person to talk to when it comes to seeding, but you want to be towards that top side of the seeding. You want to be the best of those teams in the 0s, 2s at the very least.
Calm is not. Okay, I thought he was missing that.
Give yourself easier matchups in the future. Allow yourself to make that run on Friday.
Well, the last thing you want to do is just be a team that looks wounded going into those 0-2 matches, because the last thing you want to give
OG
a team
is
like Limitless
even
or
selling harder
Gladiators,
than the other games.
Especially
Bro.
any kind of
Pioneers at the
confidence.
moment.
Yeah, and Pioneers, the way they're going, is any amount of confidence at all.
Pioneers not able to get across the line earlier on, but you don't want to be running into them.
Oh no.
LJ looking for the bump. Not, he can't
Oh
get
my
the post.
God.
He's the valve, but only for so long.
Yo,
Hoxer
Galaxy.
makes it 2.
5 goals for SSG in the series.
That was a good bump from LJ. And then bump Calm. Did he bump Calm as well?
Yeah,
no way, bro.
Get there. And SSG starting to roll now.
No way that just happened.
And again, with OG having only scored the 1 goal so far in this series, this looks insurmountable. And a clever kickoff from SSG. Can Chicago line it up? No way.
This is looking like a
Usually
very
wants to stay
3-0.
extra. Good touch. LJ
Oh.
had his wits about him to try and get back when he did.
Oh, did he just back with it?
Follow up after the fact is taking
They're a
all
bit
the sizzle out of this
shaky.
stage.
Like
Good challenge.
I don't know. OG is not. They're actually
They
not
need to do this with a decent chunk of
bad.
time remaining.
Because I mean they have
Don't want to
Noli.
leave getting
and
this
Calm.
first goal for a minute left.
They have good
JNAPS
players, but
on the
like
turn.
they just can't beat
Seems like a
SSG.
puppet on
They cannot.
strings at the moment from some
They're
of
just
the fancy
getting.
plays from Space
They're just
Station.
not as fast and as accurate as SSG.
Nolly powers it backboard.
SSG just
There's a miss from
outplays
LJ.
them.
Calm drops it.
This
to
could be
Nolly.
something.
Nolly
This
back.
could be
Yes,
some.
he will. And again.
Almost a passing
It's
play.
always the pass, and it's been to the
Ooh.
same player. They can't
Post.
finish it off.
Chicago almost did that. Kind of clean, actually, how he almost finished it off. Oh.
Several times in a row.
Oh, it's a goal.
And then they're going to get punished for it. No, that one's saved away off of LJ. And now Nolly back the other way. But yeah, the passing just
bump.
connected. That shot saved away from the goal line as well.
Nolly is blocking. Oh.
So close. But this is Rocket League and not horseshoes. It's not good enough. Another infield pass.
A very.
Hit the crossbar.
That was a good team. That was a good play. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of lucky. That went on the crossbar. Calm. Fake.
Oh, the bounce as well. Completely flummoxed Nolly. Gonna still be in position, actually. Couldn't get there in time. LJ on the breakaway. They try and put the series away.
LJ's going crazy.
Just couldn't get enough power on it. 2 minutes on the clock.
2 SSG players away now.
Nolly
They
on
could
the
do
chase.
something.
Plays for the boost. Now they're gonna follow.
It's a goal.
Shot
I knew it.
underneath. Through the legs. Chicago can't get
Through the
there.
legs.
Got a little help as well.
When I saw LJ miss, I knew it was going to be a goal. Just under Chicago.
Jumping, anticipating where it's going. Well placed by Uncle Naps.
Uncle
Second
Nap.
goal for OG in the series. They need another to at least get themselves in position for overtime.
Oh, here comes Hoxer, looking to try and re-establish. He almost found the bump, but they've got players hitting the post. Next one up, Nolly gets there in time. To a com that was just landing on it. Any different timing, that one could have just been on target entirely. Janus was pre-jump. Okay, well, I'm not going to question that one too much, because now you've got to get back all the way to your net. You can't afford to let another one go in here, OG, or it might be too much work.
I mean, I would actually be happy for OG if they would still do something here, but I don't know. I don't see it happening right now. I'm not gonna lie. I don't see them doing anything.
Chicago now has that kick right out in front. LJ tracking.
This is brilliant here from Space Station. Just don't overcommit. Chicago, again, the exact same thing. Just take the ball and don't really play it in a dangerous position. If you can get yourself a goal-scoring opportunity, that's lovely. But every air dribble kills so much time off the clock.
That was bad, bro.
The other problem, too, is OG's going to have to make a play, and that means taking a chance.
Yeah, you have to do it now, bro.
You might be vulnerable in the back. Nolly tried to force that ball through. Fake.
Oh my god. That was really smart. JNAP's completely faked that. That was really smart. Wow. Hey, that was really nice. I'm not gonna lie. They outplayed them really hard there. Hey, that was smart. Not gonna lie, though. That was nice. No way. Bro, imagine if LJ just scored a ceiling shot. I mean, actually? No way. Bro.
Those shots are far to the mark now, and Space Station having to work a little extra to keep them out of the net.
Well, they're getting each other's way a little bit here. But one thing OG have not lacked for in this game, and the last one is opportunities. They need to hit that ball.
Oh my god.
Bails his team out of trouble.
15 seconds.
On both
It's now or never. No way. I'm rooting for SSG the whole time, but I would have been happy for OG if they would have won, but I think it's over, bro. Oh, yeah.
Through the middle of them and put your team back up by 1. 12 seconds. OG, what response do you have?
Do they have anything up their sleeve on the kickoff? Naps will chase it down. He's got plenty in the tank. Nolly underneath. J-Naps headhunting. Here.
Wait, it's a goal. It's a goal. No. Bro, they really could have scored that. Bump. Smart. He's catching that. He's catching that. Is it mid? Nah. GG.
It's a sweep for SSG.
Let's just hop on Rocket League in training or something until the next round begins.
In the end, they got the result that they needed. And they might be happy that they got it finished in that game 3, because OG looked like they were starting to figure it out a little bit more. But we don't deal in maybes at the World Championship. We dealt with those earlier on the season. Now you have to go and get the job done. SSG have done exactly that. They go to 1-1. We will see them play again tomorrow. For OG, They will take a day off. For Com, at the very least, he is going to get plenty of crowd experience. There's going to be a long, long day on Friday. But we know what OG can do. We know they can bounce back from positions like this. It's that one step beyond, that 2-2 round that has haunted them previously. They need to overcome that demon.
I mean, just hold up a controller, and just the width of that controller is the difference between
My
OG
brain.
having just the 3 goals they scored in the series and having about 7 or 8.
It's frustrating. I understand the frustration of the OG fans everywhere because you see the vision. You see what it's supposed to be. They're that close all the time. Like you mentioned, they are 10 boosts away from some of the best Rocket League we see in this tournament. But this is the player that everyone wants to see wake up in this tournament. LJ was so quiet yesterday. This time around, the player that they want him and more importantly, need him to be.
Yeah, what a series. I mean, a 3-headed monster. That was Space Station Gaming. They are victorious. Chicago had the opening goal in his 100th game at Worlds, and Leaf is standing by to talk with Reed Curry.
That's right. We got the Chicago down here on the well, this isn't the field. You guys just got off the field, and you guys got a victory. So congratulations on that. It looked like you guys had that matchup pretty well handled.
Yeah, I mean, we played OG so many times this season that it's like pretty comfortable compared to Carmine. Obviously, yesterday that was rough, but you know, the way they play, you can't really do too much. Like, it's always going to be a scrappy fight. So I was happy. I'm happy with the win. Still think we have a lot more to show. It was decent, but at the end of the day, a win is a win, so pretty happy.
Right. Well, speaking of scrapping, I saw Rizzo just tweeted. He said every time he sees you and Naps playing against each other, it's like his dads are fighting. How do you feel in general with the matchup yourself? I mean, like, do you enjoy playing that matchup despite the scrap?
About me and J-Naps?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know, bro. J-Naps is like a brother to me. I hate playing against him, especially when it's like at such a big event where the stakes are so big.
Right.
But again, like, I hope I hope they can come back. We both make it to playoffs. Who knows? That probably won't happen. But you know, yeah, like, he's one of the GOATs. I never have anything bad to say about him. But in this case, beating him is the best feeling right now.
Well, of course. I mean, you're at Worlds. Right now, you're all here to do a job, and you guys got that job done there. And speaking of the rest of the competition, I forget who asked earlier, but they agreed that there are so many teams right now who could probably win this entire thing. How do you feel in terms of just being as a player that's been around for so long, how the competition is now at the top level?
Yeah, it's definitely probably one of the more stacked Worlds. You got, I mean, Nina, like Falcons, and G2 are on their own tier. And then you have teams, obviously, in EU, Gen G, that can win it. Obviously, I think we need to perform better, but obviously, I think we can beat anyone on the day. But it's a lot of fun, but it's also very stressful because imagine there's no mistakes allowed. You know, if you screw up, it could be the end of the road.
Now, just speaking to the situation here, this is kind of a cool setup we got going on. Can you guys hear like the casters in that, and like, does it give you more of that like live environment feel? Because I'm loving it so far.
No, this is really fun. I like it compared to the other majors where it's just kind of like 2 boosts.
Right, you're off to the side. Yeah.
Can't hear the casters or anything like that, but you can hear. It is pretty funny when you're warming up, and like, for example, we saw KCP and they're roaring. Right?
Yep.
I don't think we were roaring like that, but it's fun. It's like kind of, it puts you in that LAN environment, and it's a cool. It's like cool to see, and it makes it more exciting. You know.
Hey, you said the competition is high, but you got a dub here. It feels good. Carry that on forward. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
All right. So much more Rocket League to go to. So let's just go to a break. Let's get rolling onwards. G2 versus Power up next. Power seeing if they can do what they did before, but by golly, it's G2. Stay tuned.
To our interview with the insurance whistleblower.
I just think everyone should know there's an insurance company out there exposing other companies' rates so you can compare them and save.
Sounds like trouble.
It's great, actually. It's called Autosport Explorer from Progressive. Here, look. We show you our direct rates and their rates. I thought I'd been calling attention to something helpful. You know, like, check it out. This is the best.
Is the opportunity, the dream that you set upon yourself. Here we go.
Wait, that was a fucking snipe. I'm not gonna lie though. My boost. It's almost in there. I almost scored. I almost scored. I feel like it's just Rocket League that isn't working. Damn. My neck be cracking, man. No.
We have reached our cruising altitude for day 2. Halfway through, we got the 1-0 matches left to go. The Pioneers, what a performance from them, but not quite enough there. We finally went to Champions Field, but Secret are able to do it in Game 5. And then SSG, quick work of OG. OG gonna have to wait till Friday to seek out redemption, and they've got a long road ahead of them if they want their story to continue here at the World Championship. Welcome back, folks. Bates, you were almost right there on Fiverr. Almost.
I mean, I almost was. Listen, they play. Fiverr might have had his best series he's ever played in his life. Amphet's averaged 554, I think, per game. They simply didn't get the job done. Up 2-1. We saw it. The net
killed
was
me.
empty. Somebody backflip for KC.
Where's my
2
teammate?
Pioneers. And then
Hello?
Nobody was there to finish it. And when we
Why is
won
he?
Game 5, I was low worried. OC
Oh, where the
out.
fuck was he?
Secret, they took it from him once again.
What are you on?
It's a shame. Pro CE came back full
Good,
into
sorry.
play. They just couldn't get it done. They had that winning tilt.
This is
We've done it so many
weird.
times.
They do what they need to do. They're being aggressive. They're pushing forward. They're making
Bro.
secrets so uncomfortable.
Who's
And then they
taking
stop.
that?
When it then comes back to them, they're like, oh no, game 5, we're scared now. And then they lose it.
It's my bad.
Secret,
What am I
they
doing?
team game 5.
Why did I?
Only 3
Why
goals
did I go
for
for
SSG
boost?
against
Like,
Army Core yesterday. How'd you feel about SSG and their bounce back?
They look better. It was a more balanced attack, but it is against OG, who have not looked good on land pretty much all year. So we'll see what they can do on Friday. Space Station, I think that's where they want to be. We expect them probably to be 1-1 at this point, so they'll go into tomorrow. We'll see what matchup they get. Maybe it's a favorable one. Maybe
you have
it's
3
not.
goals, bro.
We'll wait and see.
Okay, well, we have the
We're gonna get that
0-1
boost.
matches are done for the day. It's now time to get over onto the 1-0 matches there. Finally got to Champions Field. Otherwise, it's been sweeps on the day. Maybe we'll see a series end in 4 games up here in the top. But we got Carmen Cork playing Furia a little bit later on. They'll close out the day. Not quite, actually. The Gentlemates of Alpine versus Vitality will close out the day. We'll also see Falcons versus BDS immediately after this Met match. We're going to cover next year. Quick thoughts on Falcons and BDS? I mean, that one should be a barn burner.
Powerhouse matchup. It's the EWC Grand Finals all over again. Can BDS come out on top? We'll find out.
But it's not the grand final, so Falcons will probably.
That's
true. That's true. And man, with how fierce they looked yesterday,
How is
they're
it
flying
in?
with talons out right now. So watch out for them. Let's talk about the match we've got in front of us though. Power versus the reigning major champions and tournament favorites, G2.
G2 Stride, you know exactly what they bring to the table. Daniel, Atomic, Beast Mode. Need I say more? I don't think I need to. But I'll tell you this though. That power squad though. That power squad though. They did take
I'm
out
just
a
not in my.
J2 team
I'm just not in
that
it right
has been
now.
on an
But
uptrend in power. They did it in dominating fashion. I said the shots earlier. I think power shot by
like, why are you
15
just
times
shooting
more
it? Like, are
than
you
GG did throughout the
stupid?
entire series.
But Bates, we're looking at G2. You got to hype up your boys, G2. Of course, yes, enough. You don't have to say much. They're the #1 team in the world.
Of course, he gets the
best
ball
player
in the
world.
weirdest
Daniel has
spot
been popping
possible.
off as well, and I think he's that X factor. He's that closer. I need him to score those clutch goals when it matters most. Atomic, he kind of does the dirty work throughout the match, and he doesn't get as much praise as his teammates, but he definitely deserves it.
Man, he should deserve it. He's actually the most accomplished person on the team.
This kid is so trash as well, my teammate. But
With the glue, Daniel Beast Mode, they had to go and join Atomic and Safu, and you got Beast, the NA MVP right there.
Yeah, I mean, Beast Mode, Gibbs, you said it, I completely agree. The best player in the world right now, undisputed as far as I'm concerned. I think it was a shame not to see him at EWC, but back at Worlds, we're all very excited to see how he's going to come back into the team.
I'm like, why are you just touching it off of me, bro? Like, it's not gonna do anything.
They've only played against Limitless. It's not exactly the best warm-up by any means, but it's still a victory. It's still a 3-0.
That's interesting that he says he modeled his playstyle after Cyprical. You feel like you see a little bit of Cyprical in him, Bates?
I mean, yeah, they both Sip used to play third man, Dan likes to play third man, just consistent touches and making sure he makes very few mistakes.
On the other side, the
Trash,
story
trash,
of the first
trash,
tournament Power, who took out
trash.
GG, are now going to try and do one better. They took out the NA #2. They're now going to look for the NA #1 here. But we've been saying there's a big
Not saving
difference.
that.
They have such a good time. The vibes are immaculate.
Vibes for
This is
Power,
terrible
#1 in
cut.
the world, absolutely. The cowboy hats are coming out. They have a good time no matter where they go. Torsas, he's been to a lot of these, always has a good time. This is what, his 12th land, I believe, tied for the most with JNaps, and the whole team has been an OC powerhouse. It just comes down to you get that one upset, but you gotta follow through with another.
Yeah, and I was talking to Thiva yesterday because I've got him on my fantasy team, and I said, Thiva, you're on my team, you've got to do well against Gen G. And he looked at me and went,
Bro, that musty.
and then they came out afterwards winning, and I was like, you did me proud. And he was like, yeah, that was good, really, wasn't it, in the end? And then, of course, you know, he's
That musty was crazy.
through into the top 8 if they possibly can. It's going to be a big question mark, but it's hopefully on the way this time.
All right, so Power versus G2. There's good news and bad news. Which do you want first?
Wait, good news and bad news for who?
Give me the
For
good
Power
news
first.
Oh, for Power. Okay, give me the bad news first.
Okay, there is no good news. Actually, there is only bad news. They played twice in Major 1, Major 2, 3-0 for G2, 3-0 for G2. The goal differential, 3 goals for Power and 22 goals for G2. G2 has dominated.
3 goals across
both
6 games.
Both, yes.
Hold on, I got the
6
good
games.
I got the good news. Gibbs throws out all those numbers, and you know what I say to that? Gen G played Power back in London. I think they scored 10 goals to 2. And after this, you know what happened in the World Championship? Gen G got absolutely slapped your mama.
And they
No way.
Major 1 too. And Gen G
Of course, that
won.
doesn't go in. Like, you gotta be joking.
If you're an OCE fan and take out the #1 team in
Would
the
we
world.
not?
And our biggest issue as well with
Shit,
KCD
you
was
know,
that
surroundings.
ended
Nice
up
shot,
not really
teammate.
pushing
Look at
forward in
someone.
that game 5. They were being really aggressive, then they got scared. Power, I don't think they've actually got a scared bone in their body at this World Championship. I think they're going to continue to be aggressive and give no respect to G2.
I think they're ready to go, folks. Hashtag PWR if you think Power's got this one. Hashtag G2 if you think G2's going to win. Stumpy, who's your pick?
I think it would be silly to not go to G2 here. Realistically, G2, best team in the world right now. Power, they're on a bit of an upswing, but I'm not going to go too far against it. A game or two, maybe, Power, if they can keep their composure.
Yeah, but I'm not going to pull a T-Bates here. I'm going to go G2. I'm going to pick the favorite. I'm not going to go with these underdog picks and just get them wrong. So I'm going to go G2 pretty comfortably.
But you were gassing up Power just a moment ago.
I mean, I'm gassing them up because they're a really solid squad. I'm telling you, listen, when they win against Gen G, all 3 players average a goal per game. You know how incredible that is? That's phenomenal. That means the offense is on tilt. But I'll tell you this, they're going up against the best defensive team in the world. So, of course, they're not going to be able to get that score. What you say, 22-3 is relevant right now. Give me G2 stride.
This is not a sweep. I'm also going with G2. It's not a sweep because of what Power is. It's a sweep because of who G2 are. If it was anyone versus G2, I think it would probably be a sweep up here on the desk. How does the coin feel about a Power on one side, G2 on the other, into the air, and it comes up Power. They got Power on this one. Someone had to have Power here. Given what they did yesterday, the coin believes. So
they deserve.
We'll see if they can make it. I'm curious how close it's going to be with chat. How much did the game against Gen G yesterday sway them?
Almost 30. That's not bad. That's not
I think before yesterday, we're looking at below 20%. But the fact that now
anybody against G2. Absolutely, folks. Well, it's time to get the #1 team on the pitch. We got Beast Mode, Daniel, and Atomic, folks. We love watching these boys play Rocket League. I'm excited to see them go. But on the other side, we'll see if Torsauce and Banana Head and Fever can give them a run for their money. G2 versus Power.
Champions of NA versus the champions of OCE. We had a quick break, Johnny, but I'm so excited to get into this. Game brought to you by
Because my teammates felt like he's just not moving, he's just standing there.
Seen what happened when Power got the salty run back with Gen G. They had a lot of success in that variation of the rematch, but this one should be a little bit harder. G2 have been by far the best team in North America when it comes to LAN play. I mean, when it comes to playoffs, different level, but even now, they are the heavy favorites. Power have to keep proving. Even after the upset against Gen G yesterday, we want to see more. We need two upsets before they can really be entering the discussion, the likes of which G2 are currently in.
Power definitely have the capabilities, the talent to beat top 8. Can they catch G2 off guard? And G2 themselves have to really respect Power after what they did to their little brothers of Gen G. Now a tone being set. I think this is less going to be about mechanics and more about the right
like when you're just standing there,
your opponent.
I'm just turning around. Like
from Power to get the ball rolling, but it's Daniel that cuts across all the defenders.
I think, you know, the game plan's quite clear here for G2. We saw what they did yesterday against Limitless,
oh
just playing a very
God.
safe style. They didn't go for the, you know, merciless approach Falcons do when they're playing down. They just try and score 20 goals. No, G2, they just try to never concede.
Oh, teammate, why are you going,
they just try to
bro?
play for clean sheets, and I expect that today against Power. If they could restrain Power's offense, then Power will likely overextend, and G2 will be focusing on counter-attacks. So
Already saving that, bro. I'm about to fucking say, I deserve a goal, bro. Where is my goal? What the hell was that?
I think G2 are just taking their time with it. I'm seeing a lot of carries by Daniel, now carries by Beast Mode. They seem to have the whole field, and you can't let them have that much time and space on the ball. Power cannot be scared of a team like G2, and maybe they underestimated who they were up against.
Well, they're hitting G2 with a bit of their own taste of their own medicine. Look at that brilliant 50-50 back into the middle. G2 creating some volatility there, just sending third man charging into the play, but the rest of the team wasn't back. Power on the counter-attack with the 1-goal lead.
Yeah, G2 at like 70% of the field thought they could just kind of lay back, go back for boost, and Power caught them off guard. Power, a team that will definitely do that. Now very low on boost. Daniel Atomic will still get the corner. Now comes back to Beast Mode. Has more to work with to get above Torsauce and Fever. That's a dangerous touch, and Atomic almost took advantage. Daniel gets a bouncer to Beast Mode, who fakes the shot, wants the double, gets nothing.
It's very rare to see Beast Mode missing a double like that, completely missing it. I mean, you're probably looking for the double tap pass mid, like we've been seeing a lot today, but still, complete whiff, very rare to see. There's still chances for G2 though, as they start to swarm Power, trying to starve the boost away and just get tons of shots on target. It's just gone in. Atomic slots in top left. The goalkeeper got a touch, but it did bounce in off the post.
Power playing way too deep into their net. They'll get the initial save, but where is the layers of this defense? G2 rebound after rebound. Eventually, the way that G2 can slot these, it will find the gap.
Yeah, especially if they get that many chances. If one of them's going to go in. Power have got a good chance here. In fact, Torsos is going to cut it middle immediately towards Fever, who's defended well by G2. But again, Power with the kickoff strats. Talked about it in the pre-show today. They were able to control Gen G from the center circle in the matchup yesterday.
No problem.
G2.
Oh, Fever with almost a dunk attempt there, and Banana Head was feeling it too. Even the third man from Power challenging, but thankfully it popped up. Bought time for Power to reorganize. And G2 have a full tank, but getting ball control has been more difficult now than it was when the game started. But Power aren't really pressing, especially when two are low on boost. This gives time for beast mode. You don't want to allow that. MVP potential. Atomic almost on the goal line. There we go.
Daniel not allowed to be included in this play, says Atomic, as beast mode with the immense reset outplayed. Clean recovery there by Atomic. No nonsense, just making sure that he could finish off his own shot. And only after, of course, outplaying the last defender. Power struggling to control G2's offense right now. They've not been able to slow down the ball when G2 are attacking. It's just pinging about the box, switching sides left and right. Power really needs to try and nullify that at some point, whether it's ground game or passing play.
Banana Head tried to go for the 50 on the goal line. It was a nice attempt. But yeah, Power got to be way more preventative when it comes to these offenses, but keeping up with the G2 speed is something else. As Daniel went for the double, but Beast Mode is able to get the corner boost steal. Power went for the demo, 3-on-2 man advantage. Fever trying to carve through. Banana Head playing with the bounce, giving a chance for Torsos to get involved, but that took all three of Power. G2 caught him on the back foot, low on boost. Atomic didn't get the drop down he was hoping for. Beast Mode ready on the right side, playing his chances against Banana Head as Power stabilized.
Yeah, this is not a bad passage of play for Power, but you can see a clear difference. G2's defense just has a far easier time handling Power's attacking presses than Power do at the other end. Banana Head gonna try and change that fact. Flip reset, boost steal by Torsos. Meanwhile, G2 again easily able to deflect that attack and then take the ball away in a swift counter. It's a double commit from G2, not the cleanest continuation as beast mode now comes into the play, but Power unable to really create realistic chances to score. Maybe this will be one though. Passing play in the final third. No, again, materializes for G2.
No one going for the corner boost there. Torsos really prioritized not letting G2 get set up, and as a type of preventative play, now you got two G2 and almost no one in net. Power got back in time as G2 still are finding that perfect footing to get organized. I think G2 are known to be striking early, and they're still finding that perfect pace. Daniel, there's no stopping him, though.
Is the GOAT.
This is locked in. Look at this clean catch and then continuation by Daniel. I mean, that is a super difficult touch to make in the air, just taking all the power off the ball while bringing it under control like that. And while Power tried to get something of an attack started, they just concede one more. Now, they did drop game one to Gen G yesterday. This isn't the end of the world for Power. They were able to come back, win that series. Clear issues early on though. They're not able to break down G2's defense, and that has been the problem for a lot of teams this season in RLCS. G2, I think, unanimously considered the best defensive team, holding teams to low scores, even no goals sometimes.
Dan was just, that was like a double or triple reset. He was just resetting through the map for no reason. Typical Danny.
I felt like Power were more toe-to-toe at the start of the game, like not letting Daniel dribble across the field. That was a nice start, not allowing too much freedom on the ball, but then Power started leaning more and more back, letting G2 get these passes and these double tap attempts, and a lot of shots registered on the G2 Stride side as a result of that.
Yeah, G2 are really able to box Power in for a lot of their goals. The initial goal that they got, you know, there's just scramble after scramble, and Fever couldn't get a good clear on that. It was a bad touch by Fever to center the ball for the opponents, and same idea here. You know, beast mode outplaying one, but the follow-up is G2 ball. They keep getting there first every time a ball spills loose to the edge of the box.
And G2, I think, have started to find that tempo that's really worked for them. Obviously, the offenses are kicking Power in the teeth a bit, and you're starting to see that G2 form that we're more and more used to. I don't think this is anywhere near the G2 peak, and they're definitely respecting Power and catching them in their weaker moments.
Yeah, they are. And G2 can obviously peak extremely high. They tend to build up as the tournaments have gone on this year in RLCS, saving the best until last when it comes to playoffs. But they do need a good performance here, and they're so far showing a good performance. We already know what Power can do. It's going to be G2 with a half-flip kickoff that Power utilized yesterday. Awesome to see all these teams utilizing this, just leaving the ball. And, you know, be careful. If you're going to try this at home, you do want to have comms. Because sometimes your teammates just get very confused and annoyed when you do anything that isn't meta.
Yeah, G2 are just one of the most cohesive, structured teams, so them going for more and more demos, especially Atomic, tells me that they're trying to test what Power can do on the structure side. Are the gears still turning when they're a man down, and what decisions do they make in the moments of those demos? You know, I'm seeing Power try.
My Wi-Fi is broken into pieces. Oh no. It's not my Wi-Fi, but like, I need to refresh that, and it'll probably work. Hello? Brother? Twitch? Is twitching? Twitch be twitching on me, dude. Oh, flip out of here, Dougie. Flip out of here, Dougie.
Really expecting the 50 in the midfield from Power, and Daniel, mainly when he does go for these triples, will have someone below him to play off of that 50. Now Fever and Sauce, Atomic intercepts. Banana Head has the beat on Daniel, but just to get the ball to the corner, it's a nice bouncer to Fever, but not on target.
I think, yeah, Fever can just hit top bins there. There's nothing Atomic can do about it. He was 0 boost on the goal line, no momentum. Rare to see G2 in those positions. They focus a ton on boost with their gameplay, their defensive gameplay, their offensive gameplay. They're very, very boost dominant, boost focused. Oh, what a dunk. Oh my goodness, it's just in. Banana Head. For the second game in a row, it's going to be Power opening the score, but how has Banana Head got a goal here? Wave dash, and then just a random flip into the ball that G2 didn't expect.